Now, I've mentioned this before in other videos, that basically speaking, on March the 9th, 1933, anything and everything you ever thought was true about the United States is gone. Why is that? Because a valid form of government went under by the bankruptcy of the valid United States. It was declared bankrupt, and hence a state of emergency was declared. Now that has been renewed a few times. Now what does this mean? It means that there is no valid government as you understand it. Okay? Well, what rules, or who rules? Military rule. Now, you know, all these folks are worried about military rule. Guess what? We've been under military rule since 1933. Now, many people don't believe this, and they don't really understand it, but it does tie into the hinged flag sort of thing too. When you go into courtrooms and different places like that, it's a military flag with the hinges on it, with the flanges, the hinges. Okay. There's a difference between a U.S. flag and a military U.S. flag, and that's what's being flown in your government centers, in your administrative centers, and in your court system. So ultimately speaking, because valid government went under due to bankruptcy, you have a system of invalid government. Now on my channel, War Backwards is Raw, you can find the very first video I ever did called The 80-Year War Cycle. Now there are 3 cycles: a war cycle, a constitution cycle, and a corporation cycle. And these 3 cycles work together a lot like an old watch with the gears in a watch. Okay, they're like 3 different gears all tied together as a mechanism. And that can explain a lot. In fact, I'm probably going to do a video on that to show you more clearly how the 3 cycles work together. But back to why has there been wars that have not been declared by the Congress? There's no need to, because basically there is no Congress. Oh, I know, you watch them on television. Oh, I know, you can go to their web pages and stuff. They're basically phonies. Congress and the Senate, all of it. Why? Because of the bankruptcy and the Emergency Powers Act of 1933. Now that's why there's never been a need to declare a war after World War II. In fact, World War II could have gone undeclared, but they were still hoaxing the public by having what people thought was a valid Congress, a valid Senate, even a valid president, when it's all been a scam from day one, going all the way back in American history to none other than George Washington, who's really just the image of King George III. Well, I've rattled on, and once again, if you get to the end of my videos, I really want to thank you. And even if you don't get to the end of my videos, I still really want to thank you. This concludes the video.